Well, we reported last night that Brittany Renner, okay, she wrote this tell-all book, kind of like a Corinne Stephan type of deal. And, you know, she put all these people on blast. One of the people she put on blast was Colin Kaepernick, saying that he would fly her out or something. They had relations together. She put Uzi on blast. You know, she was what you call an insta thought. There's nothing wrong with a girl sleeping around, just like there's nothing wrong with a guy sleeping around. If you choose to do that, you choose to do that, right? But when you start airing out people's personal business, because it's a personal thing, like there's one thing to criticize what people do publicly, and there's one thing to air out what people do privately, like intimate things like that. And that's weird. And that's where she called out Joe Budden for criticizing her of that. She said, oh, he's on there criticizing people's albums and everything. That's totally different. And Joe Budden said he didn't respect the book. He says she could probably do better, you know, with her comedy and everything. Anyways, let's get into this one. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Hit that bell, hit the subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button for me, guys. Okay, so Brittany Renner got blasted back from Joe Budden. She put Joe Budden on blast for like, oh, you did this. And then she also dissed Remy Ma, like, oh, she goes to gunplay. She said something slick on Van's show, his podcast off TMZ. So Joe Budden, you know, criticized her back. Like, yo, you're putting people's personal business out. Colin Kaepernick's on a mission right now, and you're trying to derail that by, you know, exposing him. And that's true. Why would you do that? And, you know, he said, I'm just telling my friend that I think she could do better, but she goes after me instead of everybody else. You know, she got blasted by a lot of people for doing this, you know, and it doesn't seem like it's working out for her the same way it worked out for Corinne Stephens, okay? Now, she's trying to reinvent herself on Instagram, like screaming into her phone, you know, doing the Instagram stuff, you know, comedy or whatever. Joe Budden was like, you're not even doing it with anybody. You have no friends. That was funny. I don't know, man. But as far as Joe Budden and Revolt, they're going to order more episodes. Even though it's not performing amazing, it's still outperforming or doing just as well as Everyday Struggle per episode basis. I'm surprised they don't do it more than once a week. And I wish they would cut it back to Joe Budden and Remy Ma. But I think they set it up this way because they know Remy's about to have a baby. She's probably going to take some time off. Salute to her for having her kid. I know her and her husband, Papoose, have been trying for a while to get back on track. And then also, let's read that Diddy has a message for the culture. Could be taken many ways. It says, Diddy, he put up a video of these little kids rapping. White kids, okay? And he said, our culture is global resource. Let's not play ourselves and wake up one day and not own our culture. Tighten up your contracts, tighten up your deals, demand ownership, demand equity, protect your culture. It's for everyone to enjoy, but for us to own. And I see he makes it a color thing, okay? Okay. Couple ways to look at this, okay? He's right. He's right in a lot of ways, okay? You do want to own... You can't really own culture, but you can own it. You know, own your stuff. Own what you bring to the culture. Own it. Now, this is funny coming from a guy who screwed many people out of a lot of money. You know, there's a lot of bad boy woes out there. Let's just put that, you know... Salute to Diddy for being an entrepreneur and paving the way for many others, but he did screw a lot of people to get to where he's at. And we don't have to go into that, you know? But he's right with his message, okay? So there's two ways to look at it. It's almost like hypocritical, what he's saying, because he's the one screwing people out. And this is also a way for some people to make people feel safe to mess with Diddy. Like, oh, he's for the people. And, you know, I'm gonna mess with him because he's not gonna mess me. You know, he's not gonna mess me over. But he does mess people over. But the message alone, aside from Diddy, is true. I don't know why he's relating it to this kid having fun, but I get it. You know. But like, I'll say one thing: you should own your culture, own your product. Okay. And definitely make sure your contracts are right and just make sure you do the right deals. But for in order for someone to make money with their art, culture, it has to be popular and it has to be enjoyed by everybody. And when everybody enjoys something, they want to partake in it, even though they might not be doing the best at it. I know I'm not going to reach and say this is a diss to Eminem, because Eminem, obviously, but like, remember Joe Budden said that Diddy's got something for Eminem. But anyways, and he wasn't sharing equity back then, okay? But you should have equity in something that you're investing in, you know? Don't build somebody else's dream, build your own with them, you know, if anything, partake in the ownership. Anyways, guys, good message. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. And again, I'm for equality and everybody getting along of all races.